So this is Competition 2 2013-2014 written round page 1. Not the blank page underneath the title page, page 1. Alright, express base 5 number into a base 3 numeral. Now the trick here is we have to go from base 5 to base 10, and then we're going to go to base 3. So, base 5, 2, 3, 4. So this is a 1, 5 to the 0. This is a 5, 5 to the first. This is 25 because this is 5 squared. So 2 times 25 is 50, because I have 2 groups of 25. And then 3 groups of 5 is 15. And then 1 group of 4 is 4. So I add these together and I get 9 and 6. So that's 69 in base 10 numerals. Now I need to turn into base 3. So 3 to the 0 is 1, 3 to the first is 3, 3 to the second is 9, 3 to the third is 27, 3 to the fourth is 81. Now 81 is larger than 69, so I know that I'm not going to use this. So how many groups of 27 go into 69? Well, 2. 2 times 27 is 54. So I subtract. I have 15 left over. How many groups of 9 go into 15? Well, 1. So then I subtract. And I get 6. How many groups of 3 go into 6? Well, 2. And so I have 0 groups of 1. So it's 2, 1, 2, 0. That's it. Number 3. What is the measure of one interior angle of a regular pentagon? All right. So we know, this is a tough question, so we have to know a couple things. First, we know the total measures of the interior angles, right? So we know that it goes 180, 360, then you add another 180 for the pentagon, so that is going to be 540, right? So then 540 divided by 5, sorry, 540 divided by, yes, by 5, because it's a pentagon. So 5 goes into 5 once with no remainder. 5 does not go into 4. So how many 5 goes into 40? 8 times, so it's 180. Or sorry, 108 degrees. Number 6. How many palindromes divisible by 5 are there between 10 and 600? Well, so a palindrome has to be divisible by 5, right? So we know that 55 would fit. So it has to end in a 5 or a 0. 100, not so much. And actually it can't end in a 0 either, can it? Because that means the first number has to be a 0. So we have 100, no. Divisible by 5. So the answer is, so the next one is we have, oh, sorry. So it has to end in 5, right? So that means it has to begin with a 5. So there's 1, here's 2, here's 3, and obviously there'll be 10 in the 500s. There'll be the 10 in the 500s plus this 155, so the answer is 11. So number 4, find the length of the third side of a right triangle whose hypotenuse is 14 and whose other leg measures 4 in simplest radical form. So we know a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we have 4 squared plus b squared is equal to 14 squared. So we have 16 plus b squared is equal to 14 squared. Well, 14 times 14 is 196. So minus 16, so you get b squared is equal to 180. The opposite of squaring something is taking the square root. So take the square root, so b is equal to the square root of 180. Now the trick here is this is not the simplest radical form. I saw many of you write the square root of 180, which is great, but it's not in simplest radical form. So we have to take it down to simplest radical form. What goes into 180 that is a perfect square? Well, I know 4 does, so let's start small. So square root of 4 times the square root of 4 goes into that, what is it? 4 times 4 is 16. 180, or 18 minus 16, so there's a 20, right? I'm not doing that right, which is somewhat embarrassing, but oh, come on. 180 divided by 4. There we go, 45, right? Because 4, right? 45. So it's 20. I wrote a 1. Silly me. So then, what goes into 45? That's a perfect square. Well, I know 5 goes in, but that doesn't help it. 5 times 9. 9. 9 is a perfect square. So square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 9 is 3. Times the square root of 5. So 2 times 3 is 6. So our final answer is going to be 6 root 5. Let's go. So that's one right here. 6 root 5. Alright. What is the greatest common factor of 52, 68, and 104? So I know 4 goes into those. But the best way to do this is do 52, 68, 104. So we know 4 goes into it. 4 goes into this 1, 3, 1, 7. That goes in. So it goes in twice with 6. So is there a number that goes into 13? Well, 13 is prime, so no. It's just 4. It's just 4 because these two are prime. All right, Rose wants to buy a video game. The regular price of her game is $42. The store has a sale, and her game is now advertised for 15% off. How much does the game cost? The easiest way to do this is to flip the discount price and actually multiply by the price that is that you have to pay. So 42 times 0.85. Now I just multiply it together. Now I could do it by hand, but this is just faster for you. So it's $35.70. Since it is dollars and cents, you must put the 0 at the end because this is in dollars and cents. All right. 6 points are evenly spaced on a number line and labeled A through F. And the coordinates of point A and F are 1 and 10 respectively. What is the coordinate of point C? Now this problem was straight out of a previous test. So if you had been paying attention or doing all of your previous work, you would remember how to do this. But another one isn't so bad. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F. My goodness. A, B, C. Oh, jeez. 6. I was thinking 10. The one previous to this was 10. Okay. B, C, D, E, F. Okay. So, what is the coordinate of C? Now, this is 1 and this is 10. So the question is, how much space is in between each one of these, right? Well, from 1 to 9 is a difference of 9, right? So we have a difference of 9. And we have how many spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So 9 divided by 5. So each one is 9 fifths. So then we have 2 spaces, right? So we have 2 spaces, so 2 times that's 18 over 5. So 18 over 5 is equal to 3 and 3 fifths. Now, here's the trick. We started at 1, right? So we have to include that 1 that we started with. So we have to add 1, so that will be 4 and 3 fifths. Now, the problem here is we counted that as correct. Technically, I know we shouldn't have, because mixed numbers are not in the simplest form. It has to be either an improper fraction or a decimal. Well, actually, really, it needs to be an improper fraction. But the answer key had it 4.6 on this one, because 3 fifths is equal to 0.6. All right, how many different ways can the letters Hannah? So we have 1, 2, 6. So we have 6 factorial. My gosh, the pens are really misbehaving. And then we have 2 n's. We have 2 a's. And we have 2 h's. Actually, Hannah is a palindrome, isn't it? Cool. So we have 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2. And 2 factorial is just 2, so it's 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. So these cancel out, and 2 over 2. So it's 6 times 5, which is 30, 30 times 3, which is 90. So the correct answer here is 90. Number 9, the isosceles trapezoid. An isosceles trapezoid has a parallel base that measures, so here's our trapezoid, and the bases are 15 and 23. And if the perimeter of the trapezoid is 48, what is the area of the trapezoid? So far, my trapezoid has 23 plus 15 accounted for. So 23 plus 15 is 38. So if 38 units already taken into account, there are 48. 48, so you minus that, so you get 10 left over, so that means this side is 5, and that side is 5. So I'm going to create 2 triangles, 2 right triangles, and let's see, I know that 23 minus 5 is 8, right? And so divide that 8 into these 2 sides. So this is 4, this is 4. Oh my goodness, this is a 3, 4, 5 right triangle. Shocking, really. So the area of a trapezoid are the 2 bases added together, which is 38, times the height, which is 3, divided by 2. So I'm going to cancel that out first. So 38 divided by 2 is going to be 19. So it's 3 times 19. Well, what is 3 times 19? Well, the easiest thing to do is just to multiply it, which you're going to do. So 3 times 9 is 7, carry the 2, so it's 57. Number 10. Torin and Lauren, we used to have a student named Torin, are rolling a 6-sided die. Torin wins if he rolls higher than a 4, Lauren higher than 4. Lauren wins if the number is less than 4. What is the probability that Torin will win? So that means he must get a 5 or a 6. Well, you have 2 options out of 6. He has a 1/3 chance of winning. Apparently, if there's a 4, nobody wins. And that's it. 1/3. Everyone should have got one. What is the, oh my goodness, this shows up every year, so I'm sure we have gotten this one right. What is the units digit for the number named by 2 to the 213th? Well, 2 to the first is 2. 2 squared is 4. 2 to the third is 8. 2 to the fourth is 6. 2 to the fifth is 2. 2. Oh, so it repeats again, doesn't it? So this means if there's a remainder of 0, then we have a 6 as a unit. Just a remainder of 3, 8, remainder of 2, 4, remainder of 1, 2. So all I have to do is divide my exponent by 4, because there are 4 possible answers. And I don't really care about what goes into or the final answer. All I care about is the remainder. There's a remainder 1. Therefore, 4 is the, oh, there's a remainder 1, sorry. Remainder 1. So that means the units digit is a 2. That's it. In a 4-team soccer league, each team plays every other team exactly 2 times. Find the total number of games that the soccer plays. Okay. So 1 team, 2 teams, 3 teams, 4 teams. 1, 2, 3 games. So there's a total of 6 games. But everyone plays each other twice. So 6 times 2 is 12. 12 games. So that's the first page.